Hello, South Carolina Republicans. This is Rubio. First, let me thank you for the privilege I had last year of speaking to you at this gathering. You have a great guest speaker tonight in Ted Cruz from Texas, an exciting new senator who has joined us and helped shape the direction of our country. So I think you'll enjoy his remarks tonight. Tonight we honor a great man, Senator Jim DeMint, someone who believed in me when no one in Washington did, and few people in Florida did either. He put his credibility on the line in supporting me, and because of him, I won the race for the United States Senate and now serve the great state of Florida in the United States Senate. Jim, I'm always grateful to you for your support. But I also want people to understand that beyond the politics and his public service to our country, Jim has been a mentor as a person. I've watched him in his role as a father, as a husband, as a Christian, and it's helped to shape the lives of those around him as well. And so, Jim, thank you for that contribution as well. Of course, Jim has now left the Senate, and we miss his leadership there. But he's now taken on a new task as president of the Heritage Foundation, and he's already making his mark. So, Jim, congratulations on your new role. I know you'll continue to serve South Carolina and all Americans in this new capacity. And thank you for what you've done already, for me, for the cause of conservatism, and for these great United States. Thank you, Jim. May God bless you, may God bless South Carolina, and may God always bless the United States of America.
Congratulations to Jim and Debbie, the South Carolina GOP. You chose wisely, honoring Jim DeMint. Jim has become one of the strongest conservative voices in the country. What you did, Jim, in 2010 to kind of rally the Republican Party has proven to be one of the greatest things in a long time to happen in the Republican Party. Debbie, I want you to enjoy your time in Oconee County. I want you to have more time with Jim and those grandbabies, and I can't tell you how much I've enjoyed getting to know you and your family. Y'all have a great family. Jim, I know you're out of the Senate, but you're by no means out of the fight. We need you now, pal, more than ever. The Obama administration's foreign policy is coming home to haunt us. Benghazi, Boston, Syria, Iran marching toward a nuclear weapon. We've got our hands full in Washington, and we need your help. Obamacare is a disaster. So 2014 is a real opportunity to grow the Republican Party in the House and the Senate. And I look forward to working with you, Jim, at the Heritage Foundation to find ways to grow our party and grow the conservative cause. Enjoy this night. God bless, and please stay in touch.
I'm Congressman Joe Wilson, representing the 2nd District of South Carolina, and I'm very honored to be with you, fellow conservatives, fellow Republicans, to recognize Jim and Debbie DeMint for their service. 6 years in the House of Representatives, nearly 8 years in the U.S. Senate, Jim DeMint has established himself as a conservative stalwart. He stands for the principles of limited government, expanded freedom, and I'm so happy for his success. And now that success goes to the Heritage Foundation. This is the largest conservative think tank in the United States. They provide research to members of Congress, to the general public, which is instrumental on successful alternative policies that are positive for the people of our country. I am particularly grateful that, in fact, Jim DeMint will be following an extraordinary tradition of South Carolina influence at the Heritage Foundation. One of the founders was Tom Rowe of Greenville, a wonderful person who saw what the Heritage Foundation could do. And the executive vice president is Phil Trueluck, a South Carolinian. So we have a direct presence there. I know firsthand the difference that it can make. It was the Heritage Foundation that gave us the basic information for welfare reform in South Carolina when I served in the state Senate. We were able to provide for thousands of people to have fully productive lives, fulfilling lives, and the Heritage Foundation gave us the information. And now, as we face the fiscal crisis of our country, we know that we can rely on the Heritage Foundation for accurate information so that we can work sincerely and successfully for a balanced budget for our children and grandchildren. Again, I'm just so grateful for the success of Jim and Debbie DeMint, and I just want to wish them well on their service, and I look forward for their service at the Heritage Foundation. Godspeed.
Senator DeMint, I want to thank you so much for your service to our state and our country for the last 14 years. You have been a stalwart of conservative values in our country. Your service will be sorely missed in the House of Representatives and in the Senate. but our loss is the gain of the Heritage Foundation. The Heritage Foundation, like you, is a true national leader in conservative values, and I'm sure that this will continue and be advanced under your brilliant leadership.
Senator DeMint, you survived 6 years in the House of Representatives, 2 runs for statewide office for the United States Senate. You survived a primary, but you could not survive even 2 years of serving alongside Mick Mulvaney, so you had to leave. We are sorry that you left, but we are happy for the new position that you are in. I can think of 1.2 million reasons that you may have left the Senate to go work for Heritage, but your presence is still felt. Your replacement is doing a phenomenal job. That seat is in great hands. I want to say on a personal level, I remember like it was yesterday the first time I met you, walking through a parking lot. You were hunting for votes in your first run for Congress, and you are the same person I met 20 years ago. Modest, genial, kind-hearted, always willing to help. We miss you, but we still feel your influence. God bless you in your new capacity at Heritage.
You're finished?
Yes.
That's it?
That's it.
I get to go now?
Yes.
Are you sure? Because that was a lot longer than 30 seconds.
Yes.
Senator, it's great to be here and to be able to do this for you with some of my best friends. There's a rule in this business, which is that everybody loves you when you win, but we all remember who was with us before we ran, before anybody knew who we were. And I'll never forget the very first political event that I had in 2005, running for the State House in a little tiny room in Lancaster, South Carolina. I had probably 20 people there, half of whom had the same last name as I did, and you showed up. And that has always meant a great deal to me. You've been a great mentor, a great example to what we stand for and what we want to accomplish. And it's just, it's an honor to know that even though you're gone, you're still a friend of ours, and that means a great deal to all of us, even those of us who wear a lot of makeup and have cell phones turned on, evidently. So, but that's okay. We can edit that part out.
Yeah, we'll edit that out.
So I guess you get to go next.
I do, absolutely. Well,
that's a great intro, by the way.
Sorry about that.
Apologize for the cell phone. It's usually on vibrate. But Senator, you're missed. Thank you. You set the bar high for conservatism, not only for the 4 of us and for South Carolina. You set the bar high for conservatism for America. And I know you're going to continue in that role at Heritage. We appreciate the insight you brought for us. Now, thinking about the first time we really were on the campaign trail together, I remember at the Darlington House in Clinton, South Carolina, for the College Young Republicans, and there were maybe 7 people in the room, but you were there and you spoke to them, and that was memorable to me because you took the time to come to Clinton, a small town, when you're running for the United States Senate. So thank you for what you've done to inspire us to be the mentor for the 4 of us, and I look forward to continuing to work with you for conservative principles, the things that we value: limited government, free markets, individual liberties, and saving America. So, Jim, thanks so much. We're going to miss you, but I look forward to working with you in this new capacity.
That was really good.
That was really good.
That was better than his.
Well,
that's a lot of pressure on you.
That's a lot of pressure. Well,
let's go ahead.
You're
senator now. You should be able to step up to the plate.
Senator DeMint, you have no idea how hard it is to be in your seat. Without any question, Senator DeMint, I'll say a couple things from my perspective. Faith, character, focus, discipline. These are the things that you embody and that we've all benefited from. I will tell you personally, the time that we had an opportunity to pray together will always be a part of my future. Just thinking about a man as humble as yourself, a God-fearing man who loves your family and you love your faith. And the thing that shines the brightest for me is that you represent a real model of faith for me. Your discipline, your focus, the fact that you love South Carolina and you love this country so much that you've given so much of your adult life to public service. And you continue to do so without any question. But I will also remember when I was on county council just a few years ago and in the State House, you were always that beacon of light. You were always available and willing to help. And I thank you for your service to the nation, to the state, and also for being a servant leader for the 4 of us. God bless you. I'm not sure if you know what you've done, but
that was the best of the four, which it should be, given your position.
We're all appreciative of your commitment to who we are now.
Thanks again. God bless.
Thanks, Jim.
Thank you.
Okay.
Done? In one take. How about